Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hey everybody, it's Char Margolis and Sunny Margolis, and today is September 20-something, 2018. September 21st, 2018. In case you're watching on YouTube or you're binge watching during the holidays or something. So hopefully somebody's been watching CharVision. And it's so good to have you guys with us today. And I have somebody today as my guest who is from down under, from Australia. And her name is Teymara Wright, and she's a world-renowned transformational therapist. I think the most well-known transformational therapist. And Teymara, how are you?
Hello, Char. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Tell us what a transformational therapist is.
Okay, so I started off about 40 years ago doing charts for people. So I do numerology, astrology, tarot, like all of that. And
Wow.
I found that people kept on showing up with a whole lot of problems. And I had done my own journey. So from my own journey, I went and did a whole lot of different studies in regard to a whole lot of different modalities. Mm-hmm. And what I found was that people showed up with certain fears. They showed up with certain negative belief systems. And I thought to myself, you know what it's like? We're all souls that have come into vehicles, and we come into vehicles and the soul is pure. Mm-hmm. So how come as individuals we have fears? Because we're not born with fears. Right. How come we have these negative belief systems? Because we're also not born with those as well. So I started all of my study in regard to the power of the subconscious mind, because people would say to me, look, I've got that, and I've tried to change it, and I've tried to be stronger, and I've tried to have more confidence. But when this happens in my life, I do this it's like I go into an automatic pilot reaction to it. Uh-huh. And I went like, well, okay, yeah. Now I said, I'm the same. So I said, this is what I did. So by doing all of my studies to do with the power of the subconscious mind, what mm-hmm. I then gleaned was that the first 10 years of every person's life is the most important. So we come in as this pure soul. Right. However, it's like we get all of these negative influencing patterns from people who are around us Ooh. In those first 10 years. And if that is not a positive blueprint, then what's going to happen? We are going to keep on repeating that energy through our lives. So then 27 years ago, I then started my Born to Be Free seminars. So
what is Born to Be Free?
Okay, the Born to Be Free seminar I created by bringing in all of my different areas of expertise to actually work with people at a very deep subconscious level to transform all of their negative neurological emotional pathways.
Do you hypnotize people?
It's
similar.
It's a form of trance. It's a trance state. Yeah. So I work with little children. I work with teenagers. I work with adults, like right across the board. Yeah. Wow. So I basically transform people in their lives.
And you help them, get rid of the bad habits.
I get rid of I work with them to transform the negative beliefs and the fears that they are holding that are running them in their lives, because we're not born with it. Yeah.
Right. Mm. And do you also work with past lives, or?
I just say to people, like people will come up to me from the seminars, they'll go, oh my God, I found myself in like a visual of this particular scene and it's got nothing to do with this lifetime. And I go, well, if that's what your subconscious mind has presented to you, all I want to know is how are you feeling now in regard to that fear that was just cleared?
You know,
and they go, fine, like fabulous. I go, great. That's all I care about.
It's fascinating to me that you're talking about the subconscious mind, because I was watching TV this week and they did a study on sleep patterns, and that they said that the first right when you first fall asleep, your mind is giving you all kinds of information right at the very beginning. So every time I go to sleep now, I try to think about, when I start to fall asleep, I try to think about what it is I'm thinking. And it's interesting that I'm thinking about like I wasn't planning to think about what I was thinking about, but it came through, and it was about a project that I'm working on with somebody. And it just came through. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, well, that's like, it's very similar, because with the Born to be Free, with the participants, they just go into that slight altered state of consciousness. Yeah.
How so do you do this on Skype as well? Do you do this over the phone or only in person?
No, only in the seminar. So I also work one-on-one with people, because what I found, Char, is that when I was divorced with a little girl, and I was on a pension to make ends meet all those years ago, and back at that time, it's like I required support, I required help, but I had no money. So for me, it's like I've structured my work in a way that everybody can afford it. So
are you sweet?
So if it's
so kind.
If it's a single mum, or if it's a woman who has just survived domestic violence, so I get her into the program, then I get the little children into the little kids program, and then the teenagers into the teenage program.
So do you travel to other countries, and you come to America and do this as well?
We're looking at me coming over and actually starting the seminars in LA.
Okay, this is exciting. And
very exciting.
Maybe if you're available, you can come on when you do it, and we can promote it for you.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, and what is your I'm not done talking to you, but I just want people to have your website, because I want people to be able to start learning about you.
Yeah, it's just Teymara.com.
So it's Teymara .com.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's our new website. So we've just done a whole rebranding, and my logo is a heart, and I've been very, very blessed to have been a grandmother 3 times. However, both of my granddaughters died as babies.
What?
So, and I only have one child. So my logo is the heart that connects me to my grandchildren, and the initials in the heart are the initials of my 3 grandchildren, which is B for Brianna, F for Finlay, and C for Cooper. And Cooper, it will be 13 in January. So he's my Aquarian gift.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I always say to people, and when I looked at that, I went, oh, because I do the Born to be Free seminar, but then I also do my manifesting seminar as well. And I always say to people, you have to believe, feel, and see to be able to manifest what you want. And they're the initials of my grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really very interesting.
It is interesting, because you really have educated yourself in a lot of mystical things, and how to manifest something. Teach us how to manifest something.
Well, first, to be able to manifest, you have to be clear of your fears and your negative beliefs.
Okay, let's say we're all positive, and then what?
Because it's like what people go, well, it's like, well, I've done this and I've tried this and I've tried this. And I went, yeah, you're working with your conscious mind that has a power of 10%. What you have to realize is that your subconscious mind is a power of 90%. So it's the subconscious that rules and runs. So if you are working at manifesting something and it doesn't manifest, and you keep on trying and trying and trying, then it's about looking down and looking at that subconscious level,
right,
and looking at what is in there, what you've actually been programmed with. And as people will say, well, look, like, I don't know what happened to me. And I went, no, well, we don't. All we know is that our reality is not the way that we want it to be, and we're not feeling the way that we want to feel inside. Yeah,
this is pretty brilliant. Have you written?
I love my work. I adore my.
Wait. Have you written a book about this? Do you have a book?
No. The book that's about to be, it'll be published next year, is about emotional eating and eating disorders.
Oh, eating. That's right. I read that were you obese?
Well, it's like I was more of an emotional eater.
Right.
So every time that I would have an emotional trauma, and of course the emotional eating started back in my childhood, because I didn't have the parents that were loving and supportive. Yes, right. So they were very, very distant. So for me, food became my friend.
So you were an emotional eater. How did you? So do you help people with this? Oh, wait. Yeah. You were an editor-in-chief of Slimming magazine.
Yeah, over here in Australia.
Is it only in Australia?
That was way back then. So I left that and then started working with women with their eating disorders and with their emotional eating. And then I worked on Celebrity Overhaul here in Australia and Overhaul on the 9 Network.
Wait. Is that a TV show?
It was a TV show, yeah.
Celebrity Overhaul.
Overhaul plus also Celebrity Overhaul. So they had a whole lot of celebrities that were overweight, that had emotional patterning toward food and their belief system about their bodies and their weight.
Wow.
It's like Char, look, as I said, I love my work. I thank God every day. I go, thank you so much. But I also say to people, never ever think that what you're doing is you. Because we are just vehicles that are housing a soul, and souls come into the vehicle with all of the talent for it to express and do the journey, whatever it is that it's meant to do. So like I say to people, we are skin bags. So we are little skin bags walking around on planet Earth with all of this energy. And you're born to be free. When you get rid of your fear and your negative beliefs, you're totally connected to your soul.
Right.
So, we get messages all the time coming through from the universe to our higher self, to our soul. But what happens is that our fears and negative beliefs stops us from actioning, but not only that, stops us from fulfilling what it is that we're really meant to do.
Yeah, I understand that, because when I do my readings, it comes through me from a much wiser, high energy level, from goodness and God and love and healing and all this positive stuff. And then it comes through me, and I'm totally like hyper focused when I do it. Yeah. And then I don't remember what I say when I'm done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I'm the same when I'm doing, like I do, like numerology, astrology. I still read. Like I think my daughter said to somebody, it's like my mother will fall off her perch doing readings for people, or clearing them at a subconscious level, or getting them through their trauma, or getting them off drugs, or
you'll fall off a perch. That's so sweet.
Fall off the perch. Yeah, fall off the perch. Yeah, I've got a character of a daughter who's a Virgo.
Oh, she's a Virgo. Oh, happy birthday to her.
I know. Yeah.
When was her birthday?
the 25th of August. And then Brenda Ritchie, my closest girlfriend over there in LA, she's a Virgo, and her daughter Nicole is a Virgo.
Oh.
And Lionel's daughter Sophie is a Virgo. So it's like I'm surrounded by all of these.
Because you're friends with Brenda Ritchie, Lionel Richie's ex-wife, is it?
Yeah, his first wife.
And you helped them a long time ago, and that's how you met them, right?
Yeah, I was very, very privileged to meet them in Australia in 1987. And I'm able to talk about them because they've given me permission. So, I'm always saying to people, like, you've got to conduct your life with integrity. So, I don't talk about like the majority of celebrities that I work with because it's like they've given me permission to do so.
So do you resonate with Virgos?
I'm a Capricorn, but I've got 4 planets in Libra.
Oh.
And I have my moon in midheaven in Aquarius.
Oh.
So I say to people, I'm a Capricorn, but I'm basically an airhead. And I've got Gemini on the ascendant, of course.
So Saturn is in Capricorn now, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's interesting, Char, it's like I'm also the resident astrologer for OK Magazine here in Australia.
Oh, I know OK Magazine from England. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So they, one of the guys came from England out to Australia, and I was trying to work out like when OK was actually launched, because he asked somebody, it's like, who's the best astrologer in Australia? She said, oh, I've got her. And it was through a marketing girl that I had read for. And they got in contact with me and said, would you consider being our astrologer? And I went, well, if I'm going to write for any magazine, it will either be Hello or it will be OK Magazine, because you don't lie about my clients.
Oh my goodness.
I would not write for any magazine or make money from with my craft through any magazine that didn't tell the truth about my celebrity clients. And I'd look at things, Char, and I'd go like, how can they sleep at night writing this about these people? Because this is not the truth. Because
it's despicable.
I'm a part of like the inner sanctum of so many celebrities' lives. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
it's really interesting. It was like we had Saturn, as you know, going through Scorpio, and that was from around about your September of 2012 through to your September of 2015.
Okay.
At that time, I said, okay, Saturn's in Scorpio. A lot is going to surface to do with sexuality on the planet. Anything that's dark, that's been hidden, is going to come to. And what happened was that we had everything to do with the Catholic Church that came up during that period of time, and institutions to do with small children. And then I said, whatever doesn't surface, it's going to come back on the 11th of October, 2017, through until the 9th of November, 2018. And I was over.
Bingo.
Absolutely. I was overstaying with Brenda. And on the 6th of October, 2017, the Harvey Weinstein thing just erupted, and I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, very close to the 11th of October. And I said, it's going to last for a year. So things are going to surface for a whole year.
What do you see anything? I'm kind of putting you on the spot, so it's okay if you say no, but do you see anything like for the United States coming up?
Oh, look, it's like, it's very, very interesting, because as I say to people over in America, I cannot believe it.
Right.
That your powers that be over there do not find people who do not vote. Here in Australia, if we do not vote, we are fined about $120.
Really?
Yes, we are on a roll. And it's like, and we have to vote. And people over there say to me, "You're kidding." And I went, "Oh no." And
I think that's a good rule.
It's an amazing. I think it's an amazing rule because it's about making people, and this is a big part of my life as well, and my work is about people taking responsibility for themselves and their lives instead of blaming, and instead of being persecutors. It's like with the voting system, if everyone in America voted, then everybody on a whole are responsible for what party is actually there in office. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't go and that you wouldn't vote.
Right.
It does not make sense to me at all.
We create so much of our destiny by the choices we make, and if people aren't voting, then
Absolutely. And as I also, express to people over there, stop reading the tweets. Stop following all of this negativity.
It is chaotic.
And just create positive energy and focus on yourselves and the positive energy, because if you get everybody focusing on the positive energy and not the negative, then the positive is going to win.
You're right. I agree with you.
But there is so many people over there that are focusing in on the negative and feeding it energy.
You're so okay. You got to repeat that again, because this is something that you're teaching all of us right now. Say that again.
Right. So it's about, if you focus your energy on the negative, that's what's going to multiply.
Because you give it power.
You give it power. You're giving power to the tweeting that's going on. You're giving power to the reporting that is going on. And, and I teach all of my seminar participants, after doing the program, after transforming your subconscious mind, you've got to be really careful what you think, what you say, what you read, and what you hear. And there's a little gem that I give them. It's like, as soon as you hear anything negative, or you read it, or you hear it, just simply say, cancel, cancel.
Cancel, cancel.
Yeah, cancel it out.
Because thoughts, people, I think you're right, because I wrote this in one of my books, that thoughts create reality. Thoughts are things. And so we need to be aware of our thoughts. And it's so great that you're making people aware of this in their subconscious to help take them out of their negativity. Yeah,
it's like, but the fears have got to be cleared, because they have a power of 90%. So if you have a government in power that works with the fear energy, they know what they're doing. Because if they work with the fear energy, it then connects in with human beings at their fear level, and then fear grows within the individual, that then creates a reality that is not the truth.
Right. I mean,
it's so simple, Char. And I was recently over. I was a guest as a keynote speaker for the It's Up to Me movement, and it was at we were talking about the Hiltons before. It was at the Beverly Hilton, and it was the most amazing summit. And it was about
in Australia.
No, in LA.
Oh, in LA.
In LA, yeah.
Oh.
And I was addressing a lot of women that were there that are in domestic violence, those that are out of it, people that are in the services, your war veterans that have been traumatized, because that's a part of work that I do as well. And and I just said to them, I said, what you've got to realize is this whole thing around the negative. So you've got to get yourselves empowered. Yeah, and it was called the Superwoman, and I said, I'm not a superwoman. It's like what I am. I'm a survivor, but I'm not a victim. Right. Never been a victim. It's like, okay, so this is what's going on in my life. What is it that I need to do in order to change it? Yeah.
Yes.
And And something else that it's like that blows me out of the water to do with America is that you only have these two terms that your president and that party can serve. Over here in Australia, if we're happy with our prime minister and the party and how they are running Australia, we can keep on voting them in until the year dot.
Wait, what was the last thing she said?
We had one party and one prime minister. I think they were in for something like 20 years. We just kept on voting them back in because they were doing such a phenomenal job.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it. So it's like I looked at Obama, what he was doing and everything, and I went, like, what can you do in that period of time? You can't do a lot.
Right.
How are you meant to turn things around when all you've got is that amount of time, that amount of years?
Well, does your numerology and astrology say anything about hope for our future here?
I think with America, it's like, okay, come on, you've got to wake up. You've got to take responsibility. It's like, and this is what's going on. Stop putting your energy into the negative, because if you stop that, it's going to fizzle out.
You're right.
It fizzles out. It's like, just don't give energy to it. Don't give energy to those tweets. No. Don't get on and tweet whatever it is that's negative from you.
Right.
Just get yourself above.
Well, you know what I notice? I notice that it really gets people going, and then people respond to it in their negative way, and it's like dominoes. It's like it's contagious.
You've got it. And this is what I say. And I say to people, and when I spoke at the summit, I just said to people, stay away from negative people.
Right.
Stay away from negative situations. If you are sitting and you're speaking to somebody and something negative comes up, it's like if you can't get up and walk away,
right,
then just go la 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 inside, and just saying cancel, because I'm not taking that in. I'm not taking it in.
Okay, so I think that it would be fascinating to come to one of your workshops. So people can get a hold of you at Teymara.com.
Yeah.
Teymara. It's up on the screen.com. And boy, I would love to have you come back when you're ready to promote something.
Oh, look, I'm go over and back all the time. I'm here in Australia, and then I just get to the point because like here in Australia, it's like, it's a great country. It's like the people are phenomenal.
I've been there. Australia's amazing.
Don't you just love us?
Pardon?
I said, don't you just love us?
I just love it. I love it. I've been to Melbourne. I've been to Sydney. I've been to Perth.
That's where I live. I'm in Melbourne. I live in Melbourne.
Oh, one of my old clients is a great chiropractor there.
Okay.
Her name is Robin Nemeth. Do you know Robin?
I've heard of her.
And you know what? I'm sure she wouldn't care that I say this. Years ago, I said, you need to move out of New York because there's going to be terrorism there. She packed up her family, 2 kids and a husband.
Yes.
And went to Australia, and then 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And she's the other person in my world that if there's something negative said, she's always going, cancel. Like years ago, she was saying it around me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I'm mentioning like 9/11. It's like I've done a lot of work with survivors to de-traumatize them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like of exactly what happened. But I can remember on that day I'd done a seminar, and I got home and I put the television on, and the first plane had gone through the tower.
Oh.
And I immediately rang Donna Karen and Tommy Hilfiger, and I just went like, are you guys okay? And Donna was in her apartment, and she was looking straight at the towers.
Whoa.
And I said to her, Donna, there's 4 planes. And I went, one of them, I said, there's another 3. And then boom, the second one. And I went, oh my God. And I said, there's another 2. Oh my God. I said, I can see one heading to the White House.
Oh.
And going right through the White House. And I said, and then there's another one that's going to be at another building. And it's like, and then the Pentagon got hit. And then when they reported about that wonderful guy, Todd, and all of those guys on that plane that diverted that plane that actually smashed into that field.
They were real heroes, true heroes.
They were amazing.
You know what just like upsets me is that people are saying that it was a hoax. It really didn't happen. It's crazy. Some of the conspiracy theorists say it. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but the thing is, it's like people are people.
Right.
And people are going to think what they think. And that's another thing I teach my seminars, in my seminars and to my clients. What you have to do is you have to go, right, what other people think and say about me is none of my business.
It's true.
So long as I know I'm coming from integrity and I am not consciously hurting another human being.
That's so lovely. You've got such great wisdom, and I so appreciate you sharing everything with us today. And I will look forward to connecting with you again one day.
I so look forward to meeting you, but I'll be in touch with you.
Okay. God bless you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on CharVision. And I know that in time you'll do really well with your events here. I'm looking forward. I want to come to one of them.
You're in, and you're in with our dear friend Brad.
Okay. Oh, with Bradley Bessie. Bradley Bessie, my dear friend, our dear friend, introduced me to Teymara.
He's my angel. He's one of my angels with Bonnie.
Yeah, he's very special. Anyway, take good care, and we'll talk to you again.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to have a break, and then we're going to take some phone calls. I let the interview go a little bit longer because in the studio next door, they're playing like mariachi music, and I want to be able to focus when I do my readings. So, okay, so don't go anywhere and call us. Where's the number? Where's the number? He's going to put the number up on the screen, but it looks like there's a lot of callers coming in. What's going on, Sonny?
Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done. It's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit's sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Hi, everybody. It's Char. Well, many of you have asked if I teach psychic intuition, and I do. Everybody has a sixth sense. Everybody has an ability to prevent problems and attain goals in their lives. And I'd love to teach you. Just go to char.net, CHARNET, and join one of my classes. and call Nikki, and she'll help you out. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could.
Hey, okay, let's get our callers in. You got somebody? Thanks, Tony. 805. Somebody lives in California. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Could you put it louder? I can't hear. So, please just be open-minded about everybody living and deceased, okay?
Okay.
And don't say any names unless I say it first. And then, and be open about if two people share the same name or initial, please let me know that. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting somebody that's an S or C initial. Is there a last?
Okay.
Pardon?
A C.
Is a C a female or male C?
Yes.
What, female?
A female.
Excuse me.
Yes.
And in her first name, is there an R or N in it?
An R.
Is it like a Carol or Clara?
No.
But it's C with an R. Is it CH?
No.
But it's C with an R in it. Or is it okay, I don't know the
Yes.
name, but is this somebody deceased, the C with the R?
No.
That's someone living. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is this family to you?
Yes.
Is it like a daughter or sister?
A sister.
And were you concerned about health?
Yes.
Her health or your health?
Hers.
Yeah, okay. I'm not getting the name exactly right, but that happens sometimes when there's a problem with someone. Did she have to have an operation or has she been put on medication?
She's been put on medication.
I feel like they can control it, but are you feeling like responsible to help her?
I always do because
Yeah,
we're
because
very
you
close.
love her. You love her. Yeah, I feel like
Yes.
I feel as long as I'm not allowed to give out medical advice, but as long as they monitor this medication, I feel like it can help her. And then I'm also seeing a J or M.
There's a J.
Is that a male?
Yes.
Is it spelled J with an M or N in the name?
N.
Like a John?
Yes.
Who is this?
That's my grandfather.
And he's deceased then?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he's around you. And there's also an A person. There's an A person, like an Ann or A. Or a middle
A. I don't know of an A.
or a middle name Ann. A-N.
No.
No, I don't know. I think it's connected to your grandfather.
Okay.
That's okay. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but I don't and also an M. Who's like an MA?
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. I'm not totally getting this exactly right, but the thing about your sister, I feel like the message is clear, and the thing about your grandpa, I feel the message is clear for you. Thank you so much for calling.
Oh. Thank you.
Okay, my
bye.
pleasure. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get somebody else. Hi.
Hello, Sonny and Char. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing? Oh, did you say hi to Sonny?
I'm fantastic.
That's so sweet that
I
you
did.
said. That's so sweet you said hi to Sonny. So I'm also getting around you a J or G initial. Are you working with somebody?
Not, yeah,
Pardon?
no,
Are you working
No.
now?
no.
Okay, who's a J? Is there a J or G around you?
There's a sister-in-law
Is she a J
with the G.
or a G? Is she like a
G.
Is it Gail or G with an R in it? Or
Yeah, it has an R.
okay, is it? I don't know the name. Like Jerry or I don't know.
That's it.
Jerry? Okay. And who
Yep.
did someone have a cancer scare?
That was her.
She did. And she's okay now? Or did she, is
Yep.
so they,
Yep.
they cured her. So they cured her.
No, it was just she went testing. Her family had that, or her mom did.
Okay.
It was a sister-in-law.
Yeah, because I feel like
But she got news this week.
she'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said, right? And then also,
Yeah.
I'm getting an R or B person.
An R or B. I
Yeah.
know about an R.
Is that a male? Pardon?
No, female.
Female R? Is it R-O?
Female.
Or
Pardon me?
Is it spelled R-O or R-U?
Yes. R-O.
Like Rose or Roberta or Robin or something like this?
Kind of. Yeah, you're going in the right direction.
Okay, and she's living?
Yes.
Is this your wife? Who is that?
No.
Who is that? Who's that?
It's somebody that is possibly connected to me, but nothing's ever been admitted.
What did you think it was like you don't know who your parents are, your real parents?
No, I know who my real parents are.
Or-
it was
or is
possibly
it-
a daughter.
Pardon?
It's possibly a daughter.
So she doesn't know who her real parents are.
I don't know. I don't know. I've been told that, she said that her parents are these, but I had a visitation, what I thought from my mom, where I was awake and I heard this, that she was my daughter, but I can't validate it.
Yeah, well, I kind of think that's kind of validation for you if you had that visitation from your mom. I would think so. And there's
Well, I thought so.
yeah, because I was hearing that somebody didn't know who their parents were, or they were confused about who their parents were.
Okay.
I thought it was you. It's not. It's your daughter. And she's the RO,
Okay.
right? She's the RO.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I think she is. Did you do the DNA?
No, she's older now. And I asked her, and she said no, that her parents were these other two.
Right.
But there's a lot of discrepancies and things about it. So when I did some cards, some Oracle cards from Colette, and,
Oh,
and
wow.
it was just kind of like, let it go, and it'll come back. It's like the tides go in and out.
That makes sense. That makes
And-
sense. I'm getting two other things while I'm talking to you. I'm getting an E or L, or an M or an A.
M.A.
Is it M-A-R? Or
Yes.
May or M-A-R?
M.A.R.
Like Mary or Margaret?
Mary.
Is that your mother?
Yes. And
she wait,
my grandmother.
and your grandmother. Okay, so your Mary's the one that came to you in the vision. I think it's true.
Yes.
But here's the deal.
Okay.
I feel like she's saying you did nothing wrong, and there's no reason for you to feel guilt or badly about it because you did nothing wrong.
Okay. Well,
Like-
I kind of did, but that was a long time ago.
no. But as far as trying to connect with the girl,
Okay.
you tried to connect with her. You tried to make up for what wasn't done.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, I tried to, at least find out. and
right, like you went
I've been
out of
shut
your
down,
way.
So that's why I'm leaving it.
You went out of your way, you tried, and if she didn't respond, then that's her issue, or her prerogative. I don't even know if it's an issue. It's her prerogative. And all you need to
No.
do is get on with your life and know that when your mom comes to you in visions, if you get visions like that, you better heed them. Because that's pretty amazing. So she's with
good.
She's with Mary as well. And
Yeah.
anyway, thank you so much for calling. You're such a lovely man.
Okay, can I say hi to Sunny?
Yes.
Oh.
Send Honey, do you want to say hi? Say, I love you. Come on, say, I love you. I love you. I love you. Say, I love you. Say, I love you. Say, I love you. I love you. Okay.
Thank you, Char.
Oh,
Great.
that's a first. Thank you so much. What a good boy.
You bet.
Oh my God, that's just too funny. That was just too funny. Okay, let's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's the funniest thing that's ever happened on CharVision in over 100 shows. Okay. Okay, so who, okay, one more call. Let's take one more call.
386, I think it's.
Okay, who is it? Hello, who is this?
Hi, this is Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, nice to meet you. Just be.
Nice to meet you. How am I supposed to follow that?
I know, right? Is that hilarious?
Yeah.
Oh
it was
my God,
great.
that's just too funny. So, Kathy, so I'm getting. Is there a Joseph or John or James connected with you?
Yes,
Who is that?
James.
Is that your dad? Your grandpa?
Well, it's my dad, and also I have a son named James.
Yeah. And are you worried about your son? Are you worried about your son?
Maybe a little.
Okay, I feel like it's going to be okay, whatever it is you're worried about. It's kind of silly for me to say to somebody, are you worried about your kid? Because, everyone says you're as happy as your saddest kid. But I feel like he's going to be okay. And James, your grandpa's around. He's here. And there's is there another J or G person? Or an M?
Both. James is my grandfather and my father.
Oh, your father. And
and-
so is your father deceased?
Yes.
Then that's your dad that I'm getting, because I was hearing another J person. So it's your dad that's with you as well. What are you doing with your?
Wonderful.
He's showing me a mouth that either lost a tooth, or are you having teeth issues?
No.
Or did he
I'm
lose?
not.
He didn't lose a tooth, right?
No.
I don't know why I'm seeing a mouth that's is there someone around you having a tooth issue or teeth issues?
Yes. Yes.
Who is
There is.
Is it a
My
man?
brother-in-law. He refuses to go have his tooth looked at, and he's in so much pain. And we were screaming at him. It's so weird, but we were doing that last night.
He might have to have it pulled. Like, he's got to be careful with this, because it could cause him other problems, like infection.
Okay.
Infection. He's got yeah. So there you go. Who's William or Bill? Or Bob, maybe. Or B.
B.
You don't know.
I'm not.
Okay, that's
getting-
okay.
No.
That's okay. I don't know then. I think I'm done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Char.
You're lovely.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. And I appreciate everybody that called in and everybody who watched. And I want to thank Teymara, who's Teymara.com. She's onto something there with what she's doing for her healing work. I want to thank Tony Sweet, who is my angel. And I want to thank Nikki Smith, Nicole. We call her Nicole because it sounds more professional. But she's my Nikki. And she's Sunny's Titi Nini. And I especially want to thank all of you for watching CharVision, because as long as you watch, I'll do it. I'll have the show. So we'll see you next week, and I'll try to make more time for callers next week. Okay, all the best. God bless you. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Bye-bye.